Hey everybody, welcome to our MVP Week 7 talk. And what can I say? The fastest rushing superstar of the European League of Football did it again. Madre London from the Cologne Centurions. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you? And congratulations. I mean, MVP Week 2 and Week 7. Are you collecting this now?
I'm collecting it well. I gotta give all the glory to God, and also my O line and my wide receivers for making it way easy for me. So I really
Well,
appreciate those guys for helping it, making it happen for me for sure.
that's true. I mean, you guys really performed pretty well at the last game. But, and yeah, so first of all, for the records, you did 320 yards and you scored 4 touchdowns. And overall, in your 6 games played, you were rushing for almost 1,500 yards and scored 16 touchdowns. 16 touchdowns. I mean, how do you do it? What's your secret?
Really not too much of a secret. Just keeping faith, staying prayed up, working hard day in and day out, and I just pray on it every day. To stay humble, hungry, and healthy. And hungry just meaning that not never getting satisfied with the play that I'm doing. I can always do better. So and also the O lineman is really the secret. You know, the O lineman making big holes for me, blocking for me, and things like that. So definitely couldn't be able to do none of those things without them. And just all the glory to God for sure for putting me on this platform, having the opportunity to come out here and do what I do what I love, and having the opportunity to play in this league.
And how does your practice routine look like?
Practice routine is pretty simple. Basically, practice 2 times a week. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock. And we have like a little minor walkthrough or run through on Saturdays. So really, just 2 times a week. So obviously, that's not enough time to like as far as practice and stuff. So you got to take advantage of the opportunities on your days off. So me and a few other guys on the team and things like that. We work out every day on our off days. So that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we can stay in the loops of things. So we started just work on our craft. Footwork, catching, seeing things, footwork drills, and things like that. Balance, going to the weight room and stuff like that. So we can have balance out the whole week as far as being active the whole week and not just practicing for 2 days and then ready for the game. We got to keep our body right and keep them in shape.
Yes, definitely, because it's a tough sport. And what do you do right before the games? Like, do you have any rituals that you follow, for example?
I like to listen to music. My favorite artist is Rod Wave, so I listen to a lot of Rod Wave. He's like a healing voice to me. Everything he says, I can relate to him and things like that. And I like to listen to gospel and just think about like all the things I've been throughout this career. This journey it's been long. It's been a long road, but I'm just thanking God that I'm finally here and able to still play football. So I like to just think about like all the struggles, the things that I went through throughout my life, and my family members and things like that, and just pray before I hit the field. And then when I do hit the field, pray again and just be locked in, try to make plays, and keep telling myself big time players make big time plays, and just do whatever you got to do whenever your number is called and take advantage of the opportunities. Never get bigger than the moment.
So, what's your personal football story, and which path finally brought you into the European League of Football?
What was that?
Which path brought you into the European League of Football, and what is your football story?
The path was, I gotta say, Coach Calhoun, Steve Calhoun. He's founder of Ormond Dangerous. He he kept in the loop, me and him real close. He's my trainer. He was my trainer out in California when I was coming out of Tennessee to train. But he's real close friends. He was used to be a former teammate with David Drain, our GM, and he's real close with Coach Hatteberg. So he put the word in, and Coach Hatteberg and David Drain, they watched my film back at Michigan State and Tennessee, and everything been wrote from there. And just my path from football. I started playing football when I was 5, 6 years old from the West Side Steelers. Little scrawny little thing, I grew into being a runner. I always played running back my whole life, but I kind of grew into it. Like I started getting, like I was good in little league, but I was more so like a crybaby. So everything when I get hit hard or something, I just start crying, or I used to tiptoe through the hole and stuff like that. But as I got older, I started hitting my peak. So I say I hit my peak in football, like being an outstanding football player. When I was in the 8th grade, and that was when I was at Dunbar in middle school in Arkansas, Dunbar. That's when I started taking football serious, working out, lifting weights in the 8th grade, doing push-ups, going to camps and things like that. And I took off in the 8th grade, went to a school in high school in Arkansas named Bryant. Did real well as a freshman there. So I had the opportunity to go. My brother and my mom, shout out to them. They made me look at football a little bit more different. Because out of freshman year, I did real well. I wanted to stay in Arkansas, but they had other plans for me, wanted to give me better exposure and things like that. So they started looking at schools in Florida, and so went to transfer from, I left Arkansas and moved to Florida. You know how that big transition is, being young, not knowing a lot of people, going to another state and things like that. So I really didn't want to do it, but definitely was the best decision of my life. I went to the best high school in the United States, St. Thomas Aquinas, football powerhouse. And ever since then, that is just football just been getting smart. I was getting smarter in football, doing things the right way at St. Thomas. It helped me prepare for college and things like that. So playing against those type of players at St. Thomas and the type of caliber players in Florida in general, they helped me gain like 30 some offers, and got offers. Took my final four choices was Michigan State, Wisconsin, Nebraska, and Illinois. And I took a visit to all those schools. Michigan State was just the one for me. So I really love Michigan State. So I took my talents to Michigan State, and did 4 years there. Had a great career there. It was cut short due to me transferring and things like that. I feel like I transferred because it was me and the coaches just really didn't see eye to eye as far as playing time, which that's normal for certain players and things like that. So it was no love lost there. Still love that school. Still a Spartan dog for life. So I went to Tennessee, did my 5th year there. It was real well there. I feel like if I would have had more years at Tennessee, I could have did a little bit more, but my mind wasn't really focused on football. It was just on a lot of other stuff. Really wasn't taking advantage of the opportunities and controlling what I could control. So I kind of fought myself for that, but I live with no regrets. It all happened. Everything happened for a reason. If I didn't go through those trials and tribulations, I feel like I would never been here today or be the person that I am today and player that I am today if it wasn't for those things I went through at Michigan State and Tennessee. And then after Tennessee, I did okay. And then I did like my pro day. I didn't do well on my pro day. I blame myself on that for sure. Wasn't taking like training a little bit more serious. I feel like I could have took it more serious and things like that. And then so I got my head back on straight. And the second year was the pandemic year. We was training real well. I was training again, locked in, ready to take off. I was going to be able to do my pro day again at Tennessee. So I was really excited about that. I had a few, like 3 or 4 CFL team workouts planned it out, and then the pandemic hit. So that was like a big downfall for me as well, as far as keeping my faith and things like that on top of what happened my first year coming out of college, and it didn't work out. So it was the second time. So the pandemic hit. Didn't do my train. I couldn't do my pro day and things like that. So the opportunities as far as the spring league, I don't know if y'all heard of the spring league. The spring league came about, and I did real well there. But we was only able to play 2 games. So the first game I only had 1 carry. We threw the ball like the whole time. So it was like, man. So the second game, I ended up doing real well, almost 100 yards, and then that was the only game we was able to play throughout that season due to COVID breakout, as far as the people that was in that organization and things like that. So we had to cut that season short. So I was like, man, I could have really that was my next step as far as getting the opportunity and showing what I can do on the field. But another opportunity came around probably like a year ago after that, and that was the FCF. It's the fan call league. It was more so like arena football, and it's like 8 players on the team. I mean, 8 players on the field. It was kind of like brand new to me because I'm used to playing 11 on 11, running the ball and things like that. It was more so like a passing league. So I'm like, man, I'm just gonna take advantage of the opportunity, be blessed to be here, meet players and things like that. So I did that. I mean, I did good. I feel like it really wasn't like my gig because I like to run the ball. I'm not so much. I can go out in the passing and do all that, but I like to run the ball. So it was kind of like different for me because it was more smaller and things like that. So I had the opportunity to do that. So that went well. And then I was sitting at home. Coach Calhoun had hit me up, have me already, how you been training and stuff. That was probably like, I say probably like 4 or 5 months afterwards. Didn't know where my life was heading. Didn't know what I was gonna do. I was kind of like, man, might be done with football. I don't know. But he ended up hitting me up and asked me was I've been training. I'm like, yeah, I've been training. I wasn't training as far as like football already, but I was training just to stay into the loops of things or just stay in shape. I didn't want to. I've been a football player my whole life, so I didn't want to really just sit around. So I like to work out. So I really wasn't training for football. I was just training just to stay active, stay fit, and things like that. So told him, yeah, I was training. He had this opportunity to come out here, do that. So I ended up getting in touch with the Coach David Drain and Coach Hatterberg. They was hitting me up for like a month straight, and then they was like, oh, yeah, we're gonna hit you up around this time. They end up giving me the contract and things like that, and it's been a blessing ever since then. So I'm excited to be here, excited to be in this organization, and in this league, and it's only gonna get better from here.
Yeah, well, definitely. And I mean, as you were saying, the last 1.5 years were hitting most people pretty hard. So let's just hope for better. But luckily, we have you in Europe now. You are rocking the European League of Football. How would you describe the quality of the league, like the games, the players, the teams in general?
The teams is outstanding. From the winning teams to the loser teams. One thing you don't that you there's never a lack of is fans. No matter if the team is not so good as far as their record, their fans is phenomenal. The fans come out every game loud, no matter what the record is. They're there to the end, to the first quarter, to the start of the game, to the end of the game. So the fans is definitely a big part in this league, and it's going to expand and just an organization. To be able to just keep doing things week in and week out, week by week, and what really just surprised me, like I said, like I speak on the spring league, like the COVID breakout and things like that, a lot of or the alliance league and things like that. Those things, those leagues didn't really sustain throughout the whole season, and that's what surprised me here. Like even though COVID is around, it's still sustaining like we never missing the games. Every game televised, get exposure and things like that. So that's real. That's really a good plus for us, and be able to just play football week in and week out. Don't got to worry about certain things. I feel like they doing a good job in the front office on each for the commissioner and all that, doing a good job of like getting everything set up for us and things like that. So it really is never a downfall coming in and be like, oh yeah, this happened, things like that. And just for the players and the competition is getting well. Everybody's willing to like do whatever they got to do to make plays and things like that. And it's definitely a lot of playmakers out here. And if it was easy, anybody would be able to do it. So I feel like it's 11 on 11. You still got to play football. You still got to be a dude and make plays. So it's definitely competition out here for sure. And it's only going to get better as the league keep expanding and doing things. And for the first year, really can't take no bad about it. It's going well. Like I said, fans is getting more fans each and every week, getting more exposure. The competition is getting better. You got great teams. All the teams are great. And we're just doing a good thing for this community, and it's only gonna get better for sure.
And what can you tell us about the Cologne Centurions? Like, what's the atmosphere like in the team? How do you guys get along? What's so special about you?
Our team, we all get along. You know, we might argue. It's like a brotherhood. I know it sounds kind of like cliche. Everybody say that, but it's definitely football is like a big fraternity. You know, you're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have your disagreements and agreements with even with the coaches. You know, coaches might cuss us out. We might cuss them out and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's all we mean no harm. We all try to get better, and that's just being part of a family. You know, you're never gonna agree with your family members and things like that. So it's all love at the end of the day, and that's what's so special about us. We never take anything as much personal as it might sound like when we talking to each other, but it's never as like personal. We mean like from the heart, and we want everybody to see that we want y'all to succeed and things like that. So we hold each and every one each and every one of our players and coaches accountable, and we just try to be the best version of us that we can be as a player. And just being in Cologne, it really taught me a lot. Just seeing how things are ran out here, like different in the culture and things like that. But it's definitely a brotherhood for me for sure.
So, I mean, the Cologne Centurions have become better and better over the last weeks, and you won 4 out of 2 games. Will we see you in the big final on September 26th in Düsseldorf? Will you be able to win the European League of Football?
Only time will tell. We're gonna take it
That's true.
one week at a time. We got Barcelona right now. Don't want to look too far ahead, but I definitely feel like we can compete, you know, with any team in the league. And the only thing we gotta do is control what we can control, and that's not turn the ball over, mental mistakes, and just come out there and be able to play football. Be out there and play football. Just be a dude. You know, any dog had their day, so we can't overlook no opponents. Never be scared of no opponents, and we just gotta come out there and take one play at a time, win our one-on-ones. And I feel like we have a good opportunity to be able to play September 26th. But right now, we just focus on Barcelona and Barcelona only, and then everything else will take care of itself.
That's very true. But I'm pretty sure that your team and also the Centurions fans are more than happy and grateful for having you on the team. So, Madre, thank you so very much. It was a great pleasure to talk to you. And actually, I wonder how many more times we will be having this interview now. How many more
Yeah.
MVPs will come?
I hope so. I hope so. Only time will tell. But I appreciate y'all for having me out here and to be able to tell my story to y'all for sure.
Thank you very much, and of course, best of luck for the upcoming game against the Barcelona Dragons. And you guys are there. Thank you very much for watching. Don't miss the game on Saturday. Barcelona Dragons playing against the Cologne Centurions. You can watch it live on the European League of Football website and on ren.de at 7 p.m. and watch this great guy out on the field and rush for more, like how many more hundreds yards?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's a lot of fun watching you out there, that's for sure. So thank you very much for all you do for the league, everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for the interview. Bye bye.
Bye bye.